It began with gunfire. September 30th, 2022. Ouagadougou woke to uncertainty. Smoke rose above the military compound. Soldiers moved without a word. By nightfall, a new name was on every screen: Ibrahim Traoré. The fall of Paul-Henri Damiba wasn't a shock. It was overdue. At 8 p.m., a group of young officers appeared on state television. Calm, precise. The lieutenant colonel was out. Captain Traoré was in. The nation held its breath. Born in March 1988, in the village of Bondokouy, Traoré came from the soil. A student of geology at the University of Ouagadougou. A soldier by choice. He joined the army in 2009. His battlefield? The Sahel, where bullets met ideology. Since 2015, jihadist groups affiliated with Al-Qaeda and ISIS tore through Burkina Faso. Thousands dead, millions displaced. The north became a war zone. The state was shrinking. So were hopes. On January 24th, 2022, Damiba led a coup against President Kabore. He blamed insecurity, promised change. Traoré and the Cobra unit helped install him, but promises dissolved quickly in the desert heat. From February to September, the violence grew worse. Civilians were slaughtered, soldiers ambushed, over 500 lives lost in months. The Cobra unit, pushed to the front lines, watched the capital turn its back. Their anger had a leader now. September 29th. The Cobra unit moved silently. Roads were blocked, orders intercepted. The plan was in motion. That night, the second coup of 2022 began, led by a captain barely in his 30s, October 1st. Traoré appeared again. No fanfare, no theatrics, just truth. We will no longer wait for foreign powers to save our people. Africa heard him. Loudly. He wore a red beret, just like Thomas Sankara, and like Sankara, he defied the expected. At 34, Traoré invoked a name buried in gunfire, not to imitate, but to continue. In January 2023, he ordered the French to leave. Camp Bila Zagré was emptied. On February 19th, the last soldier left. After 14 years of foreign military presence, Burkina Faso stood alone, by choice. ECOWAS responded. Statements, threats, but no sanctions. Why? Because from Bamako to Niamey, a new generation was rising, and they weren't asking permission. Across cities, a symbol spread, the red scarf. It wrapped around school children, farmers, elders. It wasn't just cloth. It was allegiance. Traoré joined hands with Mali's Assimi Goïta and Guinea's Mamadi Doumbouya. They weren't diplomats, they were commanders, and their unity was louder than any summit. Gaskinde. Just a week before the coup, 37 lives were lost in an ambush. Soldiers, civilians. It was the last drop, the one that cracked the dam. In November 2022, Traoré silenced French state media. Radio France Internationale was shut out. For decades, foreign voices narrated African crises. Now, the mic was taken back. A new charter followed. In December, his government redefined the transition. No elite isolation, no corporate handouts, no foreign dictates. Burkina Faso would write its own timeline. Gold, manganese, zinc. Burkina Faso has it all. In January 2023, Traoré said what others whispered: "Our resources must serve us first." He mobilized the people. Over 90% of the territory was rural, so he called for the people to rise. The VDP, civilian defenders, were born. Thousands enlisted. And the women? They were not silent. In February, they marched. "We support Traoré. We defend our land." Their presence was more than symbolic. It was spiritual. In March, the Sahel Alliance formed. Mali and Burkina Faso signed a defense pact. It wasn't NATO. It wasn't ECOWAS. It was the region saying, "We have each other now." In March, he did the unthinkable. He annulled military pacts with France signed decades earlier. Agreements from the colonial shadow were now void. The crowd erupted. In April, rumors of Wagner mercenaries emerged. Traoré neither confirmed nor denied, but he made it clear. Burkina Faso chooses its allies, not the other way around. May 5th, in Gawa, he declared resource sovereignty. "We are rich in soil, in gold, in spirit. We must not die poor." The people responded with applause and commitment. In June, Patriotism Week launched. Schools, radios, marketplaces echoed with songs and stories. A forgotten flag found new meaning. By July, the call to the soil had begun. Agricultural brigades reclaimed land. Burkina Faso was now fighting hunger as fiercely as terrorism. August 2023, Liptako Gourma Charter signed. A new tri-state bloc, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. 3 flags, 1 oath, Africa for Africans. September 2023, UN officials expelled, accused of fear-mongering. Western media cried foul. Traoré stood firm. Respect is mutual, or it doesn't exist. By October, over 50,000 youth had taken up defense. Some carried rifles, others radios. All carried hope. Their uniform? Resolve. November, United Nations Assembly. Burkina Faso refused ECOWAS representation. 1 chair, 1 flag, 1 voice. "We are not rebels, we are revival." December 31st, the year ends. Ibrahim Traoré speaks before a crowd glowing with candlelight. "We are not seeking to be feared. We are reclaiming what is ours." The war is not over, but the silence is. Burkina Faso has found its roar.